All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're staging the ultimate smartphone showdown. Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max going head-to-head with Samsung's beast, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. These two are the absolute titans of the industry, but they have completely different ideas about what makes a perfect phone.
So, at the end of the day, this isn't about which phone is better on paper. It's really about which one is better for you. Which device is going to slide perfectly into your life. By the time we're done here, you'll have a much clearer idea.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll cover design, how they look and feel. Then we'll pop the hood and check out performance. After that, it's all about the cameras. Then we'll dig into software and special features, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with the final verdict to help you pick your winner. Okay, first up, the look and feel. Let's be real, both of these phones feel unbelievably premium, but wow, do they have different ways of showing it. On one side, you've got Apple's classic minimalism. It's all about those sleek lines, that refined, almost sculpted feeling. But then you have Samsung, which goes for this bold utilitarian vibe. It's a powerful, no-nonsense design that totally channels the spirit of the old Note series. What's super interesting here is they've both landed on using titanium for their frames. It's that perfect mix of strong and lightweight. But that's where the similarities kind of end. The iPhone goes for these softer, curved edges and that new customizable action button. The Galaxy, though, it sticks with its sharp, boxy shape and hides its secret weapon right inside the phone itself, the S Pen. And listen, that S Pen is absolutely not a gimmick. For anyone who's constantly jotting down notes, sketching ideas, or just needs that pinpoint accuracy, this thing is, and I quote, a huge differentiator. It's a true productivity tool, and for some people, this feature alone is the decider. All right, let's move on from the outside and take a look under the hood. What kind of horsepower are we talking about here? And maybe even more important, how long can these things actually go without needing a charge? This really is a classic battle of philosophies. Apple's magic trick has always been its incredible hardware and software integration. They designed the chip and the operating system to work together in perfect harmony. The result? Insanely smooth performance and fantastic battery life, often from a smaller battery. Samsung, on the other hand, is all about raw power. They pack in the absolute latest processor, tons of RAM for multitasking, and a huge battery to keep it all running. It's a beast designed to just demolish any task you throw at it. And now for the main event for so many of us, the cameras. Look, both phones take absolutely stunning photos and video, there's no question. But they have pretty different ideas about what a photo should look like. This pretty much sums it up perfectly. The iPhone really goes for true-to-life realism. It wants to capture the scene just as your eyes saw it, with really natural colors. The Galaxy, well, it tends to create photos that are more vibrant and punchy right out of the box. The colors are a little more saturated, they just pop. And this carries over to the hardware, too. Samsung often goes wild with crazy zoom lenses, while Apple focuses on making the experience seamless and consistent between its lenses. Neither one is better, it just comes down to personal taste. Okay, so we've talked hardware. Let's get into the software. What's it actually like using these phones every single day? This is all about the operating system and the ecosystem. And this is a huge one. Apple offers you what people call the walled garden. It's secure, it's simple, and everything from your phone to your watch to your laptop just works together. It's seamless. Samsung, running on Android, is more like an open playground. You get so much freedom to customize and personalize basically everything. You can really make the phone your own. Okay, we've covered the design, the power, the cameras, the software. Now it's time to put it all together and figure out which of these amazing phones actually has your name on it. So after all of that, who's the winner? Who takes the crown? Well, the truth is there isn't one. The best phone isn't the one that scores highest on some benchmark test. It's the one that's the best for you. So let's make this really simple. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is probably your perfect phone if you love that clean, minimalist design, if you're already using a Mac or an Apple Watch, if you just want a phone that is simple, seamless, and just works, and of course, if you prefer photos that look natural and true to life. But the Galaxy S26 Ultra is screaming your name if that S Pen is a total game changer for your work or your creative hobbies. It's for you if you're a power user who loves to have multiple apps open and just tinker with every little setting. And it's definitely your phone if you want photos that are bright, colorful, and ready to share the second you take them. So, in the end, this choice is about so much more than just a list of features. It's really a choice between two philosophies: Apple's seamless simplicity versus Samsung's powerful personalization. So, the real question you have to ask yourself is, which one of those doesn't just fit in your pocket, but actually fits your life?